So today we're doing just a quick Starbucks regular coffee review because I was at a Starbucks, found myself looking for other coffee options around town, but the new place that I want to go to isn't open yet. So I figured, hey, let's hit up Starbucks, try it. We will probably do a full podcast review of Starbucks at some point in the future, but as you know, if you listen to the podcast, we mostly focus on local coffee roasters. And why I'm reviewing this coffee today is simply because I went in and it was the first time ever that they were changing it. And so I got a fresh batch of just regular coffee. I have my own opinions on Starbucks coffee from my past experiences, but I figured, hey, this is the probably best version of Starbucks regular coffee I'm ever going to have. So thought I'd try it and share my grades. So I will give, as we do on the podcast, an A through F letter grade for this Starbucks regular coffee. But anyways, that's all to say that this actually looks and smells pretty good. It's still really hot, but I'm sort of expecting it to just taste like a good cup of plain coffee, which would be a C on my scale. So will it be lower? Will it be higher? Let's find out. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's nothing that's going to blow you out of the water, really. It tastes like a really even, regular cup of medium roast coffee, which is the Pike's Place. I believe it's a medium roast. It doesn't have the complexity that I always say I want when I get a fancy pour-over coffee, and you get notes of fruitiness or maltiness or chocolatiness, depending upon if it's a lighter roast or if it's a darker roast, that sort of thing. So you're not going to get that. They used to have a clover machine at the Starbucks I go to, which has this blooming process. You get a little closer to that sort of more complex profile with something like that. I didn't see it in there, so again, I went with their standard just drip coffee. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty regular. Like I said, it's pretty even. I'm gonna go, I feel like if it cools down a little more, it might have a little bit more flavor. So I'm gonna go for this as a black coffee grading scale. A obviously being utterly outrageous, outstanding, and F being this is unpalatable, I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to say this is actually probably like a solid C+. Like I said, it doesn't have that crazy complexity that I love in a regular black cup of coffee, but it's still really even, really smooth, not too bitter. Yeah, it's not bad if you got to get something sort of on the run. Starbucks is always kind of a good emergency option. We kind of joke about that on the podcast often, how when we have a bad experience at a coffee roaster, how we would have been better off going to the Starbucks down the street, which is not obviously ideal, and it's not a standard that we want to look for and we want to have to say. But a lot of places in the country, the Starbucks is going to taste the same. But in their case, it's not half bad, honestly. Yeah, so that's a C+ for me. I'm sure we'll do a full Starbucks review at some point in the future, but for now, just thought I'd pop this up on YouTube, have some fun with it. And if you like this stuff, subscribe, check us out, our podcast. Just search A Grade wherever you listen to podcasts: Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Tinder, Grindr, all the apps. We're on all of them. And yeah, check out our full reviews. So thanks for coming, chilling with some coffee with me, and hope to see you. Well, I won't see you on the podcast, but hope you listen to and come along with us on our grading journeys. Cheers.